Shez. I'm a junior, and I'm just introducing myself generally because I have to leave right after this, so sorry. My poem is called How to Overcome a Personal Beast. The great Cyclops in the sky was born blind, but with one large thumb and fresh ground turmeric, she pressed between her brow. Now she sees through an orange sliver. There was an awkward bout of silence before I first introduced myself, and then after as well. I thought if she was not going to speak, then I would mind myself, so I did. Started slinging pebbles straight up as I laid on my back. Most often they came down next to or beside me, some never at all. At first, I thought they got stuck in the plaster of the sky, but then these thick globs started pattering around me. Turns out that Goliath started crying just because I hit her a few times. Started pouring down me all her grief, turned me into a river by the end of it. So I closed one eye and became empathetic to that head up there. Thought hard about what it would be like to lose this body and liked it. Thank you.
It's true, and I'm gonna put a trigger warning on this just in case. It's kind of dark. Okay. Everyone thinks I'm okay, but if you look behind the curtain, they would see so much more. They would see the still small 8-year-old me, still afraid of the monster under her bed. They would see the me struggling to speak her mind, the me that struggles for our parents' approval that we all yearn for. But no one sees that because they only want to see what they want. They see the easy stuff so they don't have to deal with the difficult stuff. The ones that see the difficult stuff weren't looking for it on purpose. Then people realize it all stems from one major problem. Even if problems stem from that one problem, there's always a center source. Then if you try to unroot your problems, you'll see there's so much more than anyone can ever understand. You can have as many people as you need by your side. Some may call you crazy, maybe even insane, but if they don't see your root, it shouldn't matter what others say.
Illusion? What is an illusion? Yes, an illusion. What is it? An illusion is a deceptive appearance or impression. Oh, that's an illusion? Yes, that is an illusion. We use illusions for many, many different reasons. For example, illusions are used for special effects. Can illusions trick our brains? Yes, it can definitely trick our brains. How? By arranging a series of patterns, images, and colors strategically, or playing with the way an object is lit. The brain can be tricked into seeing something that actually isn't there. Is there a reason illusions happen? Well, there's a reason why they occur. What's the reason? They occur because of a result of a mismatch between the physical stimuli and the perception of the individual. This mismatch is caused by incorrect interpretation of information received by sensory organs. Lastly, why are illusions so important? They are important because they help us understand how visual processing works in both the normal and the diseased brain.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, let the flame hit the ground and go up. Burn the trees, pollute the skies, kill off everything that can fly. For it is all worth nothing and has no meaning to life. We messed up a big mistake, but we can't fix it now. It's already too late. The damage is done. Now we just have to sit and wait. Polluted skies, dried up seas, killed the land and every living thing, except for ourselves. Now we have to sit here and wait and watch the earth die until we die and become dirt ourselves. When we die, we will start the cycle and makes everything we did undone, and hopefully by the next time around, the next generation will learn from what we have done and won't repeat the mistakes we've done.
It's titled Ghost on a Dance Floor, and it goes like this. The concept of life amuses me, yet depresses. Most nights I am restless, only if you were here, only if you know how I felt. Last night you came into my room, it was about 2. There you were at the foot of my bed, the bitterness of my cold empty soul. This isn't real. Wake up, my mind tells me I'm a fool. I feel as though, if I got up, something would happen. As I stand up I realize the room changed. A dance floor, with colors, lights, emptiness. But you were there. All I could do was stare, your ghost on the dance floor just waiting for me. As I walked towards you, my heart was beating faster, faster than I've ever seen. I just had to believe. You walked over as well. The room darkened, my heart swelled. I leaned towards you, but you disappeared. You whispered in my ear, wake up, but I wasn't sleeping. It was all an illusion, a hallucination. Your memory was so real, you slowly backed away as the room changed back, as my heart began to crack and I had a panic attack. I get into bed and shut my door, dreaming of how I saw your ghost on the dance floor.
Eluded Mind by Angel Perret. When you prick a broken heart, what color does it bleed? Black, to represent the envy that consumes it, the envy birthed by the person that broke it? Or red, because it knows that through all the pain that imprisons it, overall, it still feels love. Mine bled both. For every time you pricked it, it bled a crimson red. A crimson red that was colored more of a deep black than red, I have to say. Because you made me believe the illusion that you wanted me to call love. You called me delusional, but I smelled the sweet scent of perfume on your exposed collarbone, despite the attempt to cover it up with a cheap cologne. You said my mind created wild illusions when I found blonde hair in the bathroom sink, despite both of our hair being a sweet honey brown. You said my world is a fantasy and I constantly hallucinate, and I believed you. Because you were Geppetto and my mind was Pinocchio. I was vulnerable and naive, and you pulled my puppet strings into believing that my instincts were only harmless illusions. So I used those illusions, I'm sorry, I just let that stand over. I wanted love. So I used those illusions to make you seem like the love of my life. When you brought me pain, I would twist and turn my mind to elude it into love. When your lies cut me, I deflected it and patched it up with Band-Aids labeled, "It was only to protect me." You would come home every night and I would feed you my soul and heart. But it's hard giving plates of my soul and energy to someone who has already eaten at another woman's home. It takes strength for me to write this goodbye note to you. My illusions have finally faded, and my cloud nine that I clung on to for so long has evaporated into the atmosphere, and I must go with it. No more illusions, no more lies, no more eluded mind.
I turned the cards upon their heads onto the table, facing their beloved truths to me. Is this your card? I asked, their eyes flit with gleaming light. Yes, the only words they had said in such earnest, almost a prayer. I pull out my lovely top hat, a single gilded stripe adorned. They watch as I slowly pierce the veil, a rabbit appears before me. Their eyes watch me, their wit much wiser than I. They see behind my no-good tricks, I wonder if it was a lie. I stand before my judge and my jury, their eyes focused on my soul. They watch as I take my position inside my box, waiting. They stick the swords through and through. They wait for me. I come out only for their gaze and for their praise. I always knew my tricks were enough to amaze. That's it.
Poem about illusions. An illusion is something wrong with our sense. So how could this happen? And once you're now closed in by a fence. Could you not see it? Was it not coming? Was it too dense? Or a child who was saving up his sense for a toy that he loved to be stolen. Mysteriously, his brother has a new glove. Or they're asking, what do you see? A bird, a bike, or is it a tree? I don't know, whatever could it be. An illusion can seem like a normal sight. In the darkness appears a light, so strong and bright, it will make it through the night. Now that's how the story ends, all painted white. Now I'm done talking about an illusion, so this will be my final conclusion.
About temptation and desire goes. Big, strong, and fierce, hunger is starting to become his biggest temptation. The king of the forest struggles with his own conscience. How can one so strong and powerful become weak to the idea of food? His mouth salivates as a serpent, manipulates with his toxic ways, but he mustn't give in. Just a few more hours and his biggest wishes will be fulfilled, but can he resist? Will temptation overtake his mind, body, and soul? A lion, king of the jungle, strong until it comes down to the overbearing temptation he'll never give in to. Personal battles until the sun goes down. I am the king of the jungle. Thank you.
My name is Beth, and my poem is called Silence. It is nowhere but everywhere. It is easy to overlook. It is the absence of sound. We have all heard it, but do not pay attention to it. We have all found ourselves breaking down in its sound, not being able to see the value of it. We have all tried to avoid its awkwardness, but why? There is a value in silence that is so underrated. In silence, we hear every noise. It could be a pin dropping to the floor, or it could be yelling at you, but you won't realize it until you don't have it. Silence causes us to pay attention to details. We see everything out of place to escape the boredom of our minds. It is in this silence that we have our brightest thoughts when we are alone and don't have people judging us. We can't find the true value of things without silence. Otherwise, what we find is influenced by others and it is not a pure understanding. In silence, we find the meaning and true beauty of life. We all take it for granted, yet miss it when it is gone.
My name is Ron. My poem name is Dramatic Mass. You'll find out the NY. Young black kid from Chester. Grew up knowing right and wrong. He always chose to do wrong. He got older, started fighting anyone just because he got mad. He even hit females, something he's not proud of. Full of regret, wish he could apologize. Almost locked up a couple times at a young age. Moving from house to house. Kicked out on Thanksgiving, the day to be grateful. Others told him they understood his pain. He responded, has your mom kicked you out on Thanksgiving at age 12? You ever watched your sister almost get shot right in front of you? Did your mom ever call the cops on you and have you traumatized because you saw your friend get shot at by cops? Did you almost become a father at a young age and then receive the text you never wanted to see? Did your mom tell you directly to your face that she didn't love you, and now every time you take a shower you have mental breakdowns? Through all this pain, he yelled at teachers and argued with students, always getting into trouble, seeking attention, but not from peers and not for a mention. Only from his dad, who was rarely ever there when he was young. He then got kicked out of school, and then he got what he wanted. Ended up getting sent somewhere in the middle of nowhere. A school he feels honestly saved his life, but also feels he can't stay at. Always faking smiles, trying to make people proud. But like an illusion, his smile hides a kid screaming for help as if it were a dramatic mask.
But this is my poem called Illusions. My life is an illusion, a magic game. My friends smile in front of me, then turn and call me lame. My life is an illusion, a sad tragedy, a tragedy that mirrors my sad reality. My life is an illusion, nothing is real. Sorry. No matter how hard I try to make sense of it all, it's all fake. My life is an illusion. My life is an illusion. Everybody sees it one way, then I the other. My life is an illusion. Fake idea. Sorry. My life is an illusion, a fake idea, my warped perception. Thank you.